So it's been about a month since I've had, okay, it's been a month since I've had Ryzen. And, you know, if you could look at that beautiful rig, semi-beautiful rig, because I do want to replace that cooler. Like, I love it because it's super quiet. It is, I could put this thing at 100% and it's really quiet. But it's ugly. It blocks a RAM stick, I can't see it. But if you look at my rig, that is not the Corsair Hero 6. That's not what that is. That is the Tomahawk. Tomahawk from MSI. I just couldn't look at Asus. That's the reason why, one of the reasons why I got this instead. Plus it was cheaper and it's a temporary replacement. My board bricked. It bricked. Also, I exchanged my 1700X for a 1700. But I got another 1700X coming back. I'll get into details. I've been reading stuff. Okay, I've heard stuff. I didn't really. Okay, I read about the stuff that happened. Nobody knew what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. I was in the beta BIOS. I didn't know. It bricked. If you're messing with the CPU SoC voltage, it'll brick on you. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed about that Asus. It's one of the best looking boards in my opinion. And that's the reason why I got it. I didn't get the titanium, whatever else come out from other people, Tai Chi, whatever they're calling it. I don't know, I don't really care. I love Asus as a brand. I have a monitor, the monitor right there is from Asus. And I just remembered that there's a GTX wallpaper in the background. You know what? It's there because it looks good. I'm not a fanboy. Yeah, my keyboard is also lit up green, but that's not a fanboy thing. Green looks great. If you guys want to know what that is, that's our wallpaper engine, I think it's called. And I got that from Barnacle. He did a video on it. So you can go search it up. Barnacle Nargasm wallpaper engine, or engine wallpaper. And you'll find it. It's on Steam. Pretty cool. It's like $5, $2, $3 or $5. It's not that bad. It looks really good. There's a ton of support for it. Lots of wallpapers, not just NVIDIA ones, but it looks good, right? See. My big head. It looks really nice. It's animated. It's pretty good. But that's not the point of this whole conversation right now that we're having. We talk about my motherboard and it being bricked. And I took this thing back the other week. They're repairing it. They were repairing it. This is week 2. They were repairing it, and now they're short materials for it. So now there's no materials, so I can't get my board back this week. I got the 1700X coming on Monday. He took forever to ship it. Why am I having problems? Why are these? I'm having all these problems. Look, I didn't pay $400 for that 1700X, okay? It only cost me $360. I thought it was a good deal from $330 to $360. But then I checked today, and Micro Center is having a deal where if you buy a motherboard combination with the CPU, you get $100 off. It doesn't really matter. I'm only going to save like $30 maybe, because you got to remember it's tax. When I bought the 1700X on eBay, it didn't include taxes. It was $360 flat, free shipping. Took forever to ship, but it's coming. $360. It was great. I just hope it should, you know, overclock decent. It just feels better to me to have that processor compared to this, which it is. This is the shit. That is the best value processor. You want an 8-core, get this, overclock it. You don't like the overclock? Too bad. Do it anyway. Because you can overclock this thing and pretty much get 1800X performance. That's not the whole point about this conversation. We could talk about this in another video. Okay? We're talking about my motherboard and it being bricked. And I'm pretty upset about that because Asus got this technology. I know a lot of you guys know what it is. The Asus flashback. Asus flashback. I love Asus. I don't know why they say Asus. I don't sound like Jesus. You know, Asus. Anyway, that's not the whole point. I turned on the PC one day and it started updating the BIOS out of nowhere. And it was that moment I got weak. You know, because I was like, it's either a glitch, it's just displaying it and not doing anything, or it's doing something and it's about to break. So I let 5 minutes go by because I knew nothing was gonna happen from this. Okay, 5 minutes went by, turn it off, turn it back on again. It turned on and it gave me some kind of error code 70 or something like that. I don't know what it was. I was like, okay, it's not posting. Turn it off, turn it back on again. Except this time when I went to go turn it back on, it never turned back on. And that moment, I knew I lost her. I knew she wasn't gonna come back. And no matter what I did, no matter how much I caressed her, Doesn't matter what I did. Turning it off, unplugging everything, leaving it overnight, turned off, it doesn't really matter. It would not turn back on. So I tried a trick. I tried shortening out the PSO. It's not really shortening it out. You touch the green and the black wire, you touch them together, it'll turn on the computer. The power supply will turn on, forcing power to everything else. Right? So I did that. I forgot to put in the memory. Yo, I can't. I forgot to put in the memory. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Okay, maybe that's what it was, right? It has to be. Okay, well, this was landing on whatever it was, 30, whatever. I don't. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Get out. Stop. It's working. Is it? I think it's. Please, just allow me to flash the BIOS. I'm gonna have to plug everything in. Plug in the graphics card and the. Hold up. Is this work? Can I? When are you gonna stop? Okay, nothing's burning. Nothing's burning. It turned off. Is that good? All right, let me. Maybe it did something. Turn off the power. Let's unplug this. So it's not gonna turn the power supply on anymore. I'm gonna turn it on, see if it turned on by itself. Maybe it worked itself out. Let's see. Nope. In the name of nipples. I thought it would work. It looked like it was working. Turned on, started reading out the debugging code. Everything was looking great. I was like, you know what? Maybe I could just get back into the BIOS and flash it. But then it didn't make any sense because if the BIOS is so damaged, it wouldn't even turn itself on. It's not a hardware failure, it's a software failure. And, you know, I tried. It was frozen. I even tried BIOS flashback in 3 different BIOSes, and it didn't work at all. It flashed, but it still never turned on. It never really actually reflashed the BIOS. And it is a thing that you feel that you trust this thing that Asus implemented that's supposed to flash back the BIOS, because it's called BIOS flashback for a reason. Told the guy on the phone, hey, what's going on? It's not working. This flashback is not flashing it back, I guess. I don't know what's going on. He's like, well, sir, you just might as well just take it back. Just RMA it. I was like, but what's the point of flashback? You might as well go with dual BIOSes. He says, you're absolutely right. I'm like, sir, please take it back. Go in the back at the footage of what you just said, because I don't want you losing your job. I just don't want that happening. Okay, I don't want that happening. I want you to keep your job. You're a good dude. I understand. Maybe you just said it because you didn't want me to get irate. I was speaking in a calm voice. Okay, it was a little bit turned up, a little bit, but not like I was screaming at the top of my lungs or anything like that. But I was just explaining to him, hey, it failed. The technology that you guys are pushing failed. Now, if I were supposed to flash my BIOS now in the future, I'm gonna be scared. I'm not gonna have the kind of confidence that I had before. Granted, I've never bricked the BIOS before, except on GPUs. I've had that happen. That's happened before. But on motherboards, it never happened. Those are single card GPUs. There's no such thing as a flashback tech. And I trusted this thing. It's supposed to flashback my BIOS. I was supposed to feel safe, and it didn't make me feel safe. I just can't trust it anymore. Now I think if I'm gonna go ahead now and flash it back and it turns off in the middle of a flash, I might as well just RMA it. Don't even turn it on. Let's just screw everything, take the board out, package it up, and send it back. Because I can't trust that thing to would even like turn back on or even reflash the BIOS if it needed to, if it got corrupted. Like, it takes away trust. You gotta understand that. I'm gonna be scared every time I flash the BIOS. I'm gonna be very careful. Now I gotta buy UPS. That's what it is. I gotta buy UPS now. That's what I gotta do. Because I can't trust it. The power turned off last night, which is crazy. Like the whole neighborhood just went dark. I don't know, for like 30 seconds. I don't know why that happened, but I'm scared now. It's been happening more recently. And I definitely gotta buy UPS. It's gonna have to happen because all these BIOS updates, okay, it's like 1 BIOS a month. It's not that many. Maybe unless you go on the forums, they'll have alpha BIOSes and stuff like that. I'm not too kind of really flashing those kind of BIOSes, okay? I like flashing something that's, you know, on the website. Something that's secure, something that's safe. I just can't try it, man. I don't know, it really pissed me off. Like, I don't want to look at that thing. And if you ask me why I have my side panel off, it's plastic. I pulled the plastic. You know when you get a new product, you pull off the plastic. I pulled the plastic off the plastic, and it scratched it up. So it's like, you know what? Might as well just keep it up because it's all scratched up. You know, so this is why it's off. And the cable, I don't care if it looks shitty. I just didn't care. I had to go back to Micro Center and purchase this temporary board that I actually want to take back this weekend because my 14 days up before I, you know, before I can't take it back anymore, and I'm stuck with this. But for sure, I am taking this back. That's for sure. I can't really overclock this that much on this board, so I'm gonna go ahead and exchange it out. Since I'm not gonna see this board God knows when. I don't even know. So I'm gonna change this out, at least the motherboard. I'll probably just sell it on eBay, call it a day. I'm just gonna hold on to it, go back, exchange this out, unless I can find a deal. And I probably could find a deal where I could take this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to buy that board when this is supposed to be temporary. I don't want to go out there and buy something mid-range like the Asus Prime 370X. I believe that's what that one is called. I don't want to go out there and do that. I really don't want to do that. So this is gonna buy more time. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably just take this back and exchange it out for another one so I can see how it does. Because this is the worst one I've ever had. So 3.9 gigahertz to 1.44 volts, and every other processor could do 4 gigahertz, but at higher voltages like 1.46. Except for the 1700X, with the first one I had. The first 1700X that I had did it 4 gigahertz at 1.44. Then I exchanged it out for this, for the 1700, and that did it at 1.46 for 4 gigahertz. And this one is doing 3.9 for 1.44. Gotta go, boo boo. Gotta go. And everybody's saying, yeah, well, Fabian, you got a different motherboard now. But I still think that motherboard is definitely capable of overclocking the chip. I went to the store. I told the guy, hey, guy, go ahead and get me something for 80 bucks. It's just a temporary replacement, right? I didn't tell him that. I said, I need a motherboard for like $80. Give me something cheap. I don't really care. It doesn't really matter. It's something to hold me off until my board comes back. And when I told him that, he said, ugh. I'm like, what you oohing about? What is that? What are you doing? Wait, why are you ooh? I have a Corsair Hero 6. I was like, you know what? But I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I was nice. I'm a nice guy. I'm nice. Okay? So it's like, oh, okay. Let's go ahead and, what's the next one then? What's the next one up? Okay, well, we got the MSI board here for 110. Like, yeah, go ahead, give me that. Go ahead and give me that. Go ahead. And you know what? It's brilliant. That man made me go with this board for $110 instead of the whatever other thing for 80 bucks. It was $80, $90 or whatever. He made me do that. You know, the dude's a genius. I couldn't even be mad at that point. Like, oh shit. As I was walking away, I was like, oh my God, I realized what he just did. God damn, that was genius. It's genius. So I'm stuck with this board, man. And you know what? This system is doing better, obviously. It's doing a lot better compared to the Corsair Hero 6 because it would lag. It's this thing that happens in the desktop where when you move your mouse, it lags behind, and it happens a lot. And that's the reason why I didn't even do any benchmarks or anything like that yet. And I couldn't trust the system. I just couldn't trust the system. I thought my results would be all over the place. So I was like, you know what? Just wait. Just wait. Let everything fine tune a little bit more, and then you'll do it. Now I'm kind of ready to do it. BIOS 102 is out. I think that's enough time for Asus to get their stuff together. I'm gonna probably, I have this board. I'm gonna go and do a review on it. I'm gonna do it on the 1700 and that. So I think it's enough time for Asus since they're on 102 now. And I would want to go do it, but I don't have a board because it breaked. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with now. It's just awful. I'm like, you know what? Maybe you could just send me another board. That'll be nice. They're not doing that. They're definitely repairing it. And again, it doesn't have any parts. They don't have no more available parts. So now I gotta wait. God knows how long I'm gonna take to get this board back. It's stuff like this that it just makes me just want to just say screw it. Go pick up that 6800K and pick up what is that EVGA for the win motherboard, and let's call it a day. That's that one side of me. He's telling me that every day. Just do it. And I'm like, no. The other part of me is like, no, it's an 8-core. It's a beast at multitasking. And it's kind of the reason why I bought this CPU. It's really for multitasking. And conflicts, man. They fight all the time. And yeah, you're probably like, well, why would you go pick up a 6800K for $420? Well, it's not. It's $360 at Micro Center, but shit. Tax. Never mind. Tax, man. Yeah, they're gonna charge tax. It's not gonna be $360. It's probably gonna be more like $380, $390, somewhere around there. Oh my god, I forgot about that. I keep forgetting about tax, man. And all of my hardware, I usually purchase them. I usually just go and purchase them off Newegg. I was just impatient. I didn't want to wait. And Newegg doesn't charge me any tax. Anything I buy. Any graphics card, nothing. There's no tax. And that's why I love shopping there compared to Amazon, because tax free. I'm saving money too, so I can't be mad at that. So I would have gotten everything on Newegg, but they decided to ship the board on the 9th. Ship the processor on the 4th, ship the board on the 9th. I don't know what they were thinking. It's time for me to go edit this video, make a gameplay, and then yeah, I think that's, yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, maybe do some live streams. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do later on today. Tomorrow I'm gonna go out and start shooting on this board. Now with a gun, it's the shoot. I'm shooting the video of the board and the CPU, and then I'm gonna do the GPU stuff. And so yeah, pretty much that's kind of the plan right now. So I hope you guys take care of yourselves. I'll see y'all 2 days from now.